Namo Namaha Bhavtam Sarvesham Hartam Swagatam. Welcome back to my channel Sanskrit Sopanam. I hope you are doing great. I'm also good. And today again we are continuing in our series Learning Sanskrit through Gita. And so far we have covered 3 shlokas from the chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita. And today we are going to take 3 more. And why we are combining these 3 shlokas, as you shall see, is because these 3 shloks, it is a single dialogue from Duryodhana, and it will make the most sense when we combine these 3 shlokas and we decode them together. And so without wasting any more time, let's quickly dive in today's video. So again, as you can see on my screen, I have all those 3 shlokas ready with me. These are the 4th, 5th and 6th shloka from the Bhagavad Gita, and again we are doing it together. So let me quickly go through the shlokas once. अत्र शूरा महेश्वासा भीमार्जुन समायुधि युयुधानो विराटश्च द्रुपदश्च महारथः धृष्टकेतु चैकितानः काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान् पुरुजितकुन्तिभोजश्च शैबश्च नरपुङ्गवः युधामन्युश्च विक्रान्त उत्तमौजाश्च वीर्यवान् सौभद्रो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वेव महारथाः. So anyways, this is the Sandhi Vichhed version. Atra Shura Maha Ishwasaha Bhimarjun Samaha Yudhi Yuyudhanaha Virataha cha Drupadaha cha Maharathaha. Okay. Similarly, if you move forward, this is 5th shloka, and I'll mention this one sandhi that is being used again and again. That sandhi is called Sattva sandhi, and the sandhi goes like this: that after visarga, if cha, cha or sha, after a visarga, if cha, cha or sha, these 3 consonants come, so instead of visarga, we get sha. So again, all these sandhis mentioned in the PDF file, this is known as Sattva sandhi. It is part of a Sattva sandhi, and this is used quite often in these shlokas, and again a very common sandhi also. So if you can see here, this shaibhyas cha, you see that shaibhyah cha, this is the sandhi vichhed version, that after this visarga we have a cha. So due to that sandhi, what will happen? In place of visarga, sha will come, and that's what happened. So shaibhyah cha, it becomes shaibhyas cha, a sha comes, and this you can see a lot of places. Dhrishtaketuhu chekitanaha, so dhrishtaketus chekitanaha. Then kashirajah cha, kashirajascha. Okay, so this sandhi again, a lot of times we are encountering this. Similarly, in this shloka also, the 6th shloka, yudhamanyu cha, and due to sandhi, this sha appears. Again, same sandhi. And you have different sandhis also in these 3 shlokas, but this is the one that is repeating most often. All of this mentioned in the PDF file, so I'm not going to take it in the video. Please refer to the PDF file, go through all these sandhis. These sandhis are important because in any Sanskrit text, you are going to encounter these sandhis, and only when you are aware of these sandhis, you can decipher the Sanskrit text. So don't skip the sandhi part. It is the most important part. We are not covering in the video because everything is mentioned in the PDF file. So please do take a look at them. And so now we are going to move forward, and whatever pattern we followed before, the same pattern we are going to follow now. In these 3 shlokas, you don't have a verb. You don't have a verb per se, but you can consider a verb. You can consider this verb santi. So what is this santi? So you know this word already, asti, right? Ramah asti, balakah asti. So asti simply means is. And the plural form are, this is this santi. Okay, simple as that. So in English you have the boy is beautiful. So that is, so that is asti. And the plural form, the flowers are beautiful. So that is santi. Simple as that. Singular form, plural form, they both arrive from the same verb root as. As dhatu, that means to be. Okay, so we are starting our shloka with this santi, there are. And immediately a follow-up question will come up, that what? There are, but there are what? And in response, the answer is Maha Ishwasaha, great archers. So this word Ishwas, it is a masculine gender word, and this means archer, right? Archer, this word. And in plural, it will become Ishwasaha. Maha simply to denote their skillfulness, magnificence, grandeur. So Maha Ishwasa, great archers, right? So there are what? So there are great archers, okay? And Punaschikim. So this word punascha we simply use when we are repeating it. We are repeating the question that punaschikem, what else? And the response is shuraha, brave. Think of it like brave people. Brave people or brave hearts, you can think of as brave hearts, shuraha. This word shur we use in Hindi also. Shur or shurveer simply means someone who is very brave, someone who is very courageous. So shuraha, that simply means brave hearts or brave people, referring to the courageous warriors that were present in the Pandava army. Right? Now the question is kidrishaha. Kidrishaha means what like? That these great archers and these brave hearts, what were they like? And the response is Bhim Arjun Samaha. To understand this word, let's see this word Sama. Sama simply means equal to. Whenever we are comparing that this is equal to. So Sama equal to. And again Bhim Arjun Sama. So equal to who? Equal to Bhim and Arjun. And again, if you know the context of Mahabharat, Bhim and Arjun, these all are the central characters of Mahabharat, right? So Bhim and Arjun considered to be one of the most powerful, the most skillful warriors in the Mahabharat battle. And Duryodhana, when when he's going to mention all the different names of prominent warriors in Pandava army, he is starting the statement very carefully with this comparison that Bhim Arjun Sama. That okay, Pandava have Bhim and Arjun, but there are so many other warriors that are equal to Bhim Arjun, that are as skillful, as courageous, as powerful as Bhim and Arjun. Right? So Samaha means equal to. And again, since we are talking about multiple people, we are using the plural form Samaha. So far, the context is that Santi, there are what? So there are great archers and brave people who are like Bhim and Arjun, who are comparable in their strength and in their skills as Bhim and Arjun. So Bhim Arjun Samaha. Let's move forward. K, who all? So I hope you remember this pronoun kaha we use when there is single person, right? Kaha, who. And since there are multiple people, so who all? So K. So who all? And now the entire list of different warriors will pop up, and that will span up to the coming shlokas. So Yuyudhanaha, Virataha, Drupadaha, Cha. Whatever I have written in bold, these are the names of the individuals, and whatever I have not highlighted, like this Maharath Drupada. So this Maharath is simply acting as an adjective to Drupad. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Yuyudhan. So Yuyudhan, this was again a warrior. He was also called Satyaki. And he was the chief of the Narayani Sena. And what was the Narayani Sena? So Narayani Sena belonged to the Yadav clan, the clan of Krishna, right? Shri Krishna. So Narayani Sena actually went to Kaurava side. But again, if you know Mahabharat, you know that Shri Krishna, he had his way with the words. So whatever pledges, whatever promises he used to make, there always used to be a catch in them. So not the entire Narayani Sena did not go to Kaurava. The part of it remained with Pandavas, and one who was commanding this part of Narayani Sena, this was Yuyudhana or Satyaki. Again, and this Virat. So Virat again, he was the king of Matsya kingdom. So a lot of kingdoms, right, or a lot of different kingdoms that participated in this Mahabharat war. So he was Virat, he was the king of one kingdom that was known as Matsya kingdom. Okay. And Maharath, this is again used as an adjective. So Maharath, this simply is an adjective for Drupad. Who was Drupad? So Drupad again was a king of Panchal kingdom. And Drupad, the father of Draupadi. So Draupadi was the wife of Pandavas, and his father, he was King Drupad of Panchal kingdom. and he is being addressed as Maharath. So some warrior rankings are very common, like Rathi. So Rathi, this is a very common ranking. Then after this, there comes Maharathi. Okay, and after Maharathi, you also have Ati Maharathi. Ati Maharathi or Ati Rathi. So these are just simply different ranks for the warriors. That how skillful a warrior is. Based on that, you get these ranks. A lot of soldiers, a lot of warriors fall under this Maharathi. A lot of prominent soldiers. I'm not very sure, but I think only Arjuna was given this rank, Atirathi, Ati Maharathi. I'm not very sure. Arjuna was Ati Maharathi as far as I can remember. I'm not very sure. But again, all these adjectives, different ranks for the warriors, right? So you have Yujidhan, you have Virat, and then you have Maharath Drupad. And Cha again simply means and. So moving forward, we encounter this question again, Punaschike, that who else? And these are the fifth and sixth shloka. And since all these shlokas, they just mention the names of the prominent warriors of Pandava side, so I'm taking these shlokas together, right? So Punaschike and who else? So Dhrishtaketu, again one of the warrior from the Pandava side. Chekitana, again another warrior from the Pandava side. Virivan Kashi Rajya. So Virivan, this is an adjective. The root word is Viryavat. Viryavat. And again, simply it means skillful, powerful. Okay, Viryavat, very courageous, very skillful, very powerful. Viryavat. So Viryavan Kashi Raja. Kashi Raja, he was the king of Kashi kingdom. Then you have other warriors. You have Purujit, you have Kunti Bhoj. Both of these warriors, they were the brother of Kunti. Who was Kunti? Kunti was the mother of Pandavas. Then you have Shaibya. Shaibya again another warrior, and he is being addressed as Narpungavaha. So Pungava, this means hero. This means hero or the most eminent person. And Narpungava, this is a combination word. This is a samas. And this simply means that hero among all other men. Nar. Nar, this simply means men. Right? So hero among men, the most eminent person among men. So Narpungava, Shaibya. So Shaibya, one of the warrior of Pandavas, and he's being addressed as Narpungava, that a hero among men. Right? Cha again and simple as that. So we'll move forward. Punaschike and who else? The list goes on. So this, all these were present in the fifth shloka. Now all these different names, Yudhamanyu, Uttamauja, Saubhadra Draupadeya Cha. So Yudhamanyu again one of the warrior in Pandava side. Uttamauja again one of the warrior from Pandava side. Yudhamanyu is being described as Vikranta. Vikrant again an adjective and simply means strong. Strong. Someone who is very strong. Uttamauja is being described as Viravan. Again we have seen this word already, Virivan, here. Simply means very skillful, courageous. And then you have Saubhadra and Draupadeya. So these two words, no, Saubhadra, Draupadeya. These words actually are known as Apatya Vachak Sangya. Apatya Vachak Sangya. Sangya means noun, right? Apatya Vachak simply means whenever we derive a relation from a single name. So you have Pandu, and whoever are the sons of Pandu, whoever are the descendant of Pandu, they are called as Pandava. So this Pandava becomes an Apatya Vachak Sangya. That this noun is derived from an actual person, and we usually do when we want to mention that this Pandava, they were the descendant of Pandu or the children of Pandu, right? So with this you can guess now, Saubhadra. This means son of Subhadra. Son of Subhadra. Who was Subhadra? Subhadra was the wife of Arjuna. So Saubhadra, the son of Subhadra, this is referring to which warrior? If you already know the context of Mahabharata, you know this is referring to Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu, son of Arjuna. Okay. So Saubhadra simply referring to Abhimanyu. Similarly, Draupadeya, it is simply referring to the children of Draupadi. And you can see, since there were more than one children, that's why we are using plural. So Draupadeyaha, we are using the plural form, right? So Yudhamanyu, Uttamauja, Saubhadra, that is son of Subhadra, Abhimanyu, and Draupadeyaha, that is sons of Draupadi. Kidrishaha, what all like. So, what were they all like? Again, he's repeating that what were they all like? So, Sarve eva Maharathaha. So, all these warriors that Duryodhana has mentioned, all these warriors' names that were present in the 4th, 5th, and 6th shloka, all these warriors, Duryodhana is concluding by saying Sarve eva Maharathaha. Sarve, simply serve. This comes from this word serve. Serve is a pronoun that means all. And in plural, it becomes survey. So survey, all of them, ev, you already know this, this is an avyaya, like indeclinable, and simply means indeed or he, as we say in Hindi. Survey ev, all of them indeed, maharathaha. We already know this word maharatha. Maharath simply means a very skillful warrior, a warrior ranking given to a very skillful warrior, right? Maharath. And plural, so maharathaha. So Duryodhana mentioned all of these warrior names and then he concluded by saying Sarve Ev Maharatha. All of them, all of these names that I took, all of them indeed they are great warriors. That they are brilliant warriors, amazing warriors. Okay. This is the entire gist of this shloka. That these seemingly simple verses that Duryodhana is simply calling out the names of the more prominent warriors from the Pandava side. These verses are not as simple as they look, not Sanskrit language wise, but the context wise, the profoundness of them. That why the composer he chose to put these names or these verses in Bhagavad Gita, which is supposed to be a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. What was the need of this? And what does these verses tell about Duryodhana? So, as far as what I can interpret from these verses, I'm just simply digressing a bit, but I found it interesting, so I'm just sharing it. That Duryodhana, through these verses and the coming verses, you can very clearly understand that he is in a state of a turmoil. He is very unsure about his own army. He is very insecure about winning this war, and he's in a state of lot of worry, and that's why he's calling out these names. And if you remember, in the previous shloka also, he mentioned this thing that Tav Shishyena Dhimata when he was talking about Drishtadyumna, that he was telling Dronacharya, his teacher, that see, your student Drupad Putrayan Drishtadyumna, now whatever you knew, you taught him, right? You taught that Drishtadyumna, and now he's fighting from the Pandava side. And the army of Pandava, which is arranged so strategically in a formation, this all is done by your own student, Drishtadyumna. So see, we are already at a disadvantage. And again, by mentioning these names, he is again showing his insecurity. That Drishtiketu is one of the names, as we saw just now in the shlokas. Drishtiketu was the son of Shishupal. And if you know the story of Mahabharata already, you know Shishupal was killed by Sri Krishna. Now Shishupal was killed by Sri Krishna. Even then, his son Drishtaketu chose to fight with Pandavas. So all of this is troubling Duryodhana. That Duryodhana, he might be expecting a lot of warriors. He might be expecting that a lot of warriors will join his side, the Kaurava side. But a lot of them chose to fight with Pandava side. And that's why he's now going to his teacher and taking these names. Basically, he's feeling a lot of worry. He's very insecure about his own army. And even though Kaurava's army is so much more bigger than his army, but he's still not convinced that he will win the war. So Duryodhana, he enters this war with not the best state of mind. And with these simple verses and few verses that will come forward, very cleverly, the composer, the author has shown this to the reader. So again, pardon me if I'm not going into the deeper meaning of these verses. First of all, I don't think I'm eligible enough to go into the profoundness of this text Bhagavad Gita. And second of all, the aim here is to focus more on the Sanskrit language part. And all this Mahabharata story, the story of these characters, these character arcs, and the deeper meaning of these verses, all of this, there are better sources. and better videos, better text to understand this from. Okay, so just a simple disclaimer, as to say. So anyways, I think we have covered the entire verse. What? Okay. So the last thing remains is kutra, where. So we saw all the names of the different warriors. Sarve ev Maharatha. Duryodhana is saying that all of them indeed they are great warriors. And then lastly we can incorporate another question, kutra, where, and the response will be atra yudhi. So this atra yudhi, this was present in the fourth shloka. Right, atra yudhi. Atra simply means here. So again, it is a indeclinable avyay. So kutra means where, atra means here. And similarly, you also have tatra. This means there. These all are avyay, indeclinable here. And yudhi. This comes from the root word, the pratipadik yudh. And this means war or battlefield. And yudh. And in seventh case, this becomes yudhi. And what is the seventh case? Seventh case is when we want to say something like in or on. In Kurukshetra, on the battlefield. So we use seventh case. In seventh case, yudh becomes yudhi. So simply means here in the battlefield. So all of these warriors that Duryodhana is mentioning is saying that here in this battlefield, you see all these warriors that are present in the Pandavas army. And then he calls out the names of the prominent warriors. So with this, I think we have covered the entire shloka. Again, Anvay, you can simply start that atra yudhi, that here in this battlefield, these are the warriors. And then he will start calling out the different names of the warriors that we just saw. And before calling out their names, Duryodhana gave this introduction that all these warriors, they are shuraha, they are very brave, and they are maheshwasaha. So many of them are great archers, and Bhim Arjun Samaha, they are comparable in strength and prowess to Bhim and Arjun. Okay, then different names he calls out of the warriors, and he also concludes by saying Sarve Ev Maharatha, that all of these warriors, all of them indeed are Maharatha. They are Maharathi. They are extremely skillful warriors. Okay. Same thing you will find in the English translation also, that here in the battlefield, there are all these brave hearts and mighty archers, comparable in prowess to Bhim and Arjun, such as all the different names that we just saw, and all of them indeed great warriors. And this is the entire gist of the fourth, fifth, and sixth shloka. And again, all of this is mentioned in the PDF file. So this is the PDF file. Everything is mentioned here. The shlokas, the Sandhi Vichhed version, these are all the different sandhis that we have used in the shloka. So please go through them. And here you have the different list of all the words, all the individual words and their root word category. So everything that we cover in the videos, it is also present as a PDF file. So this PDF file you can download from the link in the description box. Again, I do the same for all the videos. Whatever shlok we cover in the description, I put the link of the PDF file for that same video. So download this PDF file, go through it once and go through the Sandhi section, because Sandhi again is something we don't cover in the video. Please don't ignore that Sandhi. Very simple to understand and it repeats quite often, but very important topic in Sanskrit. If you want to decode Sanskrit verses on your own, then Sandhi is a must. So please go through the Sandhi section, and I'll suggest go through the entire PDF on your own, because this video is fine, but once you go through the PDF on your own at your own pace, then all of that we cover in the video and PDF file, it will register a lot better in your mind. So please go through it, and I'll meet you in the next shloka in the next video. Until then, stay awesome, stay happy. Vayam punah milamaha. Dhanyavad.